All right, Gorman going on the penalty kill. .10:51 remaining. Davis in for the face-off. Comes out in favor of the Ice Storm. Pass along the near wall. Creel as he got the defense of the forward. Shot off the rebound, off the pads and wide. Shot save. Cleared by Creel. Davis working up high. Gorman back to full strength, fed up front, shot, save, follow-up shot, goal. As Fish makes it a 1-0 game. All right, face off, center ice. Fish, Godino, Westwood, Luong, and Trent. Puck comes out to Luong. Long sends it down into the zone. Westwood first in there for Gorman. Puck loose behind the goal line. Fed through. Luong pokes it back down low. Godino got an opportunity, feeds it out to Fish. Out to Westwood. Sends it across. Couldn't hit Godino. And Ice Storm are going to bring it back the other way. Lob it down low into Gorman's zone. Back behind the net. Luong forces him out. Trent got space along the near wall. Walks it up. Feeds it out front. And we have a stoppage as the goalie covers. Fresh legs for Gorman, Baldy, Posner, Klaus, Johnson, and Davis. Davis in for the faceoff. Wins it back to Posner. Shot. Glove save. Comes back, wall, Klaus to Posner, back to Klaus. Posner chips back down low to Klaus in the corner. Klaus gets tied up. Comes back around. Davis comes in, poke checks it. Shot short side. Back to Posner. Follow-up shot off a leg, loose out front. Johnson comes in with a stick. Johnson picks it up. Davis comes in, poke checks it into the wall. Only 2 refs is becoming a problem. Shot goes wide, comes out to the near wall. Posner shot off a body, picked up by Davis. Davis drops back to Posner. Creel kicks it back in. Boys will need to tag up. Comes out to Davis. Davis walks it across, tries to feed it out to Creel, gets picked up along the way. Davis on the back check. Shot off the blocker, goes wide, comes out just out of reach of Creel. All right, face-off coming up in Gorman territory. Kerr into the face-off. Ice Storm win it. Comes out, though. Creel's got Fitzy with him. Feeds out to Fitzy. Shot loose. Follow-up shot wide. Larson shot wide on the 3rd attempt. Similar to the goal Gorman had earlier on the 3rd attempt. Open up down low. Save Lakoska along the short side. Exit strategy closed off. Rubino battling against 2. Creel working through the neutral zone. He's got Kerr and Fitzy with him. Sends it into the corner. Kerr chips it across. Clears the zone to Luong, and he will regroup. Chipping it out to Kerr. Kerr sends it back down low. And that's going to be covered for a stoppage of play. Jennings into the face-off. Storm wins it, tries chipping it out, kept in play, and bouncing puck all the way into the stands. .5:51 remaining. Ice Storm wins the face-off. Mesa and Tritton on the wing. Kept in play by Luong. Bouncing puck. Wires it. Ice Storm will try to bring her along the weak side. Along the near wall. Kept in play by Luong. Gloves it down again. Sent across, trying to hit Tritton. Couldn't connect. And Trent dangles through. He's got room. Sends it across. Crashing Mesa. Jennings feeds it back through. Loose in the crease. Still loose. And puck comes out wide. Angle shot kept in by Trent. Feeds it back down low. Long shift for Gorman, keeping it in the zone here. Gorman. And that'll be an icing. So both teams can get in a change. Fishing for the face-off. Ice Storm come away with it, send it around the far wall. And around. Icing is the call. And whistle blown despite Ice Storm getting there first. Shots on goal 8-6 in favor of the Gales. Ice Storm win the face-off and send it down for another icing. And we'll bring it back to the left. Face-off comes out into the far corner. Westwood and Fish working down low, sounded it up to Godino. Comes out to the blue line, kept in by Baldy. Out to Posner, shot. Godino almost gets the stick in there to deflect it. Godino on the back check. Shot, save, Lakoska. Gorman with the clear, they're gonna go for a partial change. Nope, maybe not. Intercepted by Westwood, walks it up, shot, off the face mask. Ice Storm pick up the loose puck and they bring it along the near wall. Stretch pass intercepted by Baldy. Baldy wires it in. Boys will tag up and head back in. Fish leading the charge, gives a check. Clean exit by the Ice Storm to bring it around. Stops, makes space. Loose out front. Shot, save, Lakoska. Pass back out to the blue line. Shot from the blue line wide off a body. Long shift for Gorman. Stretch pass completed, and it's going to come back the other direction. Rubino, the stick lift, loose. And Klaus there to pick it up. Pressed along the boards. Ice Storm tried bringing along the far wall. Klaus, the machine, fighting through it. Looking for support. In comes Johnson. Klaus pressed again. Johnson comes in to support. And that will be waved off. No icing there. Sent across the boards. Comes out to Klaus. One-on-one the other way. Shot off the leg. And that's going to get covered. Shot, goal. Kerr, bar down with a statement goal in his first game of the weekend. Kerr in for the face-off. Drops it back to Creel. Creel's going to wind around, lobs it in, and that will be out of play. Looking for the top of the glass. And we're going to bring this one back center ice. Storm win the face-off, going to regroup in their zone. Couldn't get the pass off. Kerr's going to flick it back down into the zone. Fitzgerald and and Creel in pursuit. Kerr comes in, gets a stick on it, kept in play by Trent. Feeds it back down low into Ice Storm territory. They get the clear. Fitzgerald to Trent. Off the boards, Creel. Gorman in for a change. Cross ice pass to Luong. Poke checked out. Comes out to Tritton along the near wall. Got Jennings with him. Shot off the leg. And ball to go wire back down the other direction. Puck comes out to Posner. Shot. Puck up in the air. Picked up by Mesa. Mesa looking for a passing option. And missed connection across the blue line. Baldy's going to get there for Gorman. Actually, Jennings gets there first, feeds it up to Tritton. Ice Storm get it cleared, 2-on-1 the other direction. Back checking Posner. Shot, feeds it across. Shot on an open net goes over. Follow up, and net came off on the lunge. A wide open net opportunity for the Ice Storm, and puck just over the crossbar. 40 seconds remaining in the first period. There will be a cut between the first and second, as we started with a pretty messy sheet of ice. Gorman wins the faceoff. Westwood looking for a stretch pass. Sends back around. Westwood feeds it up. Fish through the neutral zone. Got a man on him. And that'll wrap it up for the first period. All right, getting ready to kick off the second period. Gorman with a 2-0 lead. Jennings, Mesa, Tritton, Rubino, and Larison kicking off the second period. Shots on goal, 10-9 in favor of Gorman. Lakoska in net. Ice Storm win that one. Dump down, would have been an icing if not for the water. From the cut, that puck's not moving. Chipped in. That should be a nice. It is nice. One says ice. The other ref says no. And we'll bring it back. .14:43 remaining. Face-off coming up in the Gorman defensive zone. Comes out and cleared, fed back down low off a skate and sent back the other way. Gorman keeps it in play. Mesa feeds it loose out front, just out of reach of Tritton in the slot. And the Ice Storm try to feed it across. It's going to get picked up by Larison. Jennings picked off. Save Lakoska. Back checking Larison, picks up the loose puck. Fed over to Rubino. Rubino along the far wall, poke checks it, sent back the other way. And that will be offsides, as Gorman couldn't come back quick enough. And we will have a face-off here in the neutral zone. 13:58. Ice Storm win the face-off, bring it back to their own hash marks. It's cycled back by Creel and Kerr. Back out to Fitzy, shot, couldn't connect, reloads, shot just through the crease, just wide of the right post. Fed back, Kerr to Trent. Trent, high in the slot, shot, loose. Follow-up shot, sent wide, cleared. No icing on this one. As Trent comes back, pick it up outside the crease. He's got a man on him. Out to Creel out to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald scoops up a loose puck. Creel out to Kerr in the slot, shot left of the net. Out to Fitzgerald, couldn't hold on to it. And comes out and cleared. Luong keeps it in the zone, lobs it down off the blocker. Godino working in the corner. Baldy on at the blue line during a change. Bouncing puck through the middle. And they're going to say icing. And it's going to come on back to Ice Storm territory. Westwood brings it in the zone, gets poked out. Baldy sends it across. Posner lobs it into the corner off the stick. No icing on that one. Back out to the blue line. Posner shot off body just through the crease. The second or third time that's happened since we've returned back to play. Baldy and Godino working in the same space. Gets tied up. Fish along the near wall, brings it in, sends it back down low. Larson and Clausen for Gorman. Puck comes out to Baldy at the blue line. Got space, shot. Off the skate, goes wide. Larson pinches up, sends it into the corner. Davis feeds it back out to Klaus. Klaus walks it up and chipped up and out. As foot race the other way, Rubino there for Gorman. Brings it out along the near wall. Stretch pass to Johnson. Shot. Go looking for the left side. Puck comes out to Davis. Davis feeds it up. Ice Storm bring it back the other way. Klaus out to the near wall. Catch Johnson out of reach. Cycle through. That will be an icing. And apologies for the running clock. Network connectivity. Nothing here on the west sheet. Clock will reset. That comes out to Trent. Trent feeds it back down low. Intercepted by the Ice Storm, and they'll bring it out on the far side. Luong battling one-on-one. Drops it back to Trent. Trent ships it up. Jennings makes the zone. Brings back behind the net, feeds out to Luong. Couldn't get a shot off. And then cycle back to Tritton. Jennings feeds it back down to Noah. Luong, shot off a body, loose out front. Follow-up shot by Mesa off the goalie and into the netting. Empty net. And Gorman could not come away with one on the opportunity. Fresh legs for Gorman, Kerr, Fitzy, Creel, Baldy, and Posner. Kerr in for the face-off, wins it out to the near wall. Storm picks it up. Feed it across, one-on-one the other way. Posner battling, loose in the slot. Comes out along the near wall, shot, loose, and covered by Lakoska. And redirect off a body, putting that one in a precarious position. .9:54 remaining in the second. Gorman wins the faceoff, cycles it around, trying to hit Creel. He does. 2-on-1 the other way. Sends it out to Fitzy. Brings it in at the blue line. Shot, loose. Gorman couldn't pick up the rebound. Turned over through the neutral zone. And Baldy drops it back to Kerr. Kerr bounces it up through the neutral zone. No one there. Puck still in Ice Storm territory. Cross pass. Press call it on. Shot loose out front, picked up by the defenseman. Brought back the other way. That will be an icing. And one's going to come on back. Zone coming up. Sorry, face-off coming up in Gorman offensive zone. Fish, Godino, Westwood, Larson, and Rubino. .902. Puck out into the near corner. And that will be an icing. Puck comes out into the near corner. Guidino working with Fish. Ice Storm come away with it. Shot. Westwood saved by the goalie. Kept in play by Rubino as he feeds it back down low. Fish and Guidino working together in the corner. Feeds it out to Fish. Fish behind the net. Out front. Couldn't connect. And Larson's going to send it back around the boards. Guidino lobs it. Cross ice pass to Larson. Makes the line. Walks it up. Loose. Picked up by Westwood. Fed out to the blue line. Rubino shot. Loose out front. And Ice Storm get the clear. And that will be another icing. .752 remaining in the second period. Gorman with a 2-0 lead. Shots on goal 14-11 in favor of the Gales. Davison for the face-off. Goes out into the corner. Picked up by Klaus. Storm comes away with it. Stretch pass out to Luong. Davis chips it down in. And the Ice Storm will bring it back through the neutral zone. Send it around the boards. At the feet. Ice Storm comes away with it. Pass off the skate of Klaus. Pinned in their zone. He gets the clear. Foot race the other way. And that will be an icing. Face off in Gorman's defensive zone. Jennings, Tritton, Mesa, Posner, and Baldy. Chipped off the glass. Couldn't get the bounce they were looking for as it comes out to the blue line. Posner sends it out just out of reach of Mesa. Comes back out to the feet of Jennings. Pass to Posner. Posner sending it across, out of reach. And that will be another icing. All right. Penalty on Davis. Gorman on the PK. Jennings, Tritton, Rubino, and Larison. Shot loose. Follow-up shot goes wide. Picked up out front by Tritton. Tritton dumps it, glove down. As the Ice Storm try to bring it through, Tritton drops it back. Misconnection in the Ice Storm territory. 53 seconds remaining in the penalty for Gorman. Drops it back, shot off a body. Tritton lobs it up. 34 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. Kerr and Jennings working on the forward crew. Larison heads in for a change. Luong and Trent on defense. Trent sends it around the boards. Boys need to tag up. As Ice Storm try to get one more rush in, 12 seconds remaining. Creel, the other forward, puck sent wide, loose out front. Clearing attempt off a body. Shot, glove save. And that will clear the penalty. And Gorman will be back to full strength. Face-off coming up in Gorman defensive zone. Loose at the feet. Ice Storm chip it across. Bosger there working with Baldy back behind the goal line. Puck sent around the boards. Fitzy on the near side, off his body, keeps it in play. Keeps it from sending down low anyways. To Creel. Creel walks through, shot. Center mass, save. With 1:25 remaining in the second period. Shots on goal 17-14 in favor of Gorman. Ice Storm win the face-off, sent it out, waved off, no icing. Creel to Fitzy through the center. Poke checked off. Baldy drops it back out to Kerr, drops it out to Posner. Shot. And into the pants of Kerr as Fitzy tries knocking the puck out like a piñata. .59 seconds remaining in the second. Kerr in for the faceoff, wins it over. Sorry, Fish. Wins it, and that will be another icing. Rubino, Larison, Fish, Westwood, and Godino. Ice Storm win the faceoff, bring it back behind their own net. Make the zone, 2-on-2. Pass broken up by Rubino, and he'll bring it up through the center ice, gets tied up. Larison regrouping with Fish. Fish pass broken up. Ice Storm keep it pinned down into the zone. Shot wide of the net. Follow-up shot wide, loose up front. Poked out by Larison. Dino chips it across. Westwood sends it across out to Fish. Tied up, couldn't connect, couldn't get the puck. Puck comes out, kept in play by Larison. And that'll wrap it up for the second period. No ice cut here. We're going to go ahead and move right into the third. All right, kicking off the third period, Trent, Luong, Davis, Klaus, and Cash Johnson. Comes out in favor of the Ice Storm. Cycled back over by Trent. Davis gonna regroup. Trent stretch pass off the glass, off a stick, still live puck. Davis with a hit along the boards. Cash Johnson takes a hit. Trent feeds it back down in, picked up by the Ice Storm. Long stuffs that at the blue line. Dangles it through. Walks across. Poke check, and it's going to be sent around the boards. Davis is going to get there for Gorman. Feeds it through to Klaus. Couldn't connect. Luong keeps it in again. Shot off a body. Luong going to go for another one. Couldn't field it. Pops it back, and we have a 3-on-1 the other way. Davis back checking. Shot. Short side. Save. Lakoska picked up. Sent out wide. Shot. Loose. And covered. Gorman with the save and the clear attempt to the wall, as they teach you. And unfortunately, the wrong player there. Lakoska with the glove save to keep the Ice Storm scoreless. 13:51 remaining in the third. Shot. Save, Lakoska. Kerr in for the faceoff. Creel and Fitzy at the wing. Chipped just wide. That was a close one for Gorman. Kerr sends it around the boards. Creel trying to chip it out. Can't connect. Baldy sends it around. Almost hitting a parent as it wrapped around the glass. Refs produce an extra puck, pull it out of a hat like a rabbit. Ice Storm wins the faceoff, sends it around the boards. Bosner out to Tritton, chips it through, closed off, kept in play. And Gorman gets the clear. Could have been an interference there as Tritton was trying to make his way across. Baldy sends it out to Larison. Larison chips it across to Jennings, makes his own, sends it in. And we're going to have a penalty here on the Ice Storm. Interference is the call, as player clipped Jennings when he was in approach. Number 25 for the Ice Storm. 12:55 remaining. Minute and a half penalties for the CCM tournament. No timeouts during round robin play. Those will come into play during the quarterfinal, semifinal, and championship. Fish wins it back to Trent. High in the slot. Shot off a body. Glove down by Trent as he feeds it back out to Godino. To Trent. Out to Fish. Trying to hit Creel. Couldn't catch it in stride. Godino's going to bounce it off the boards. Fish on the opposite side. Creel out to Fish, trying to send it to Godino. Close call shot off the skate of Westwood and up and out of play. 54 seconds left on the power play. Fresh lineup. Klaus, Davis, Jennings, Fitzy, and Baldy. Jennings in for the face-off. Ice Storm win it. Comes back out to the blue line. Couldn't get the shot off. And they send it around the boards to get the clear. Davis to Baldy, shot off the legs, loose out front. And the clear. Koska settling the puck back behind the net. Trent drops it back to Fitzy. Close call. Poke checked off. 2-0 the other way. Shot, blocker save. As Davis sends it out to Fitzy. He's got an opportunity on the rush. That's the end of the penalty. Shot. And covered. Lakoska coming in clutch. And net, 11-14. Remaining. Fish in for the face-off. Ice Storm bring it, make the zone, drop it back, out wide, poke checked off. Fish poke checks it out. Player stumbles, 2-0 the other way. Shot, goal. And Gorman makes it a 3-0 game. All right. Same crew as before. Luong and Trent at the blue line. Puck comes out in favor of Gorman. Trent trying to feed it up off the skate. Fish comes in to tie him up. Loose through the slot, chip through, still in play. Godino brings it across. Looking for Westwood, shot just to the left of the net. Reno comes in for Trent. Godino gives a hit outside the face-off dots. Rubino chips that one across, keeps it in play, feeds it back down low. Gorman starting to cycle some players in, get some fresh legs on the long shift. Jennings leaves it for Luong. Reload back at the blue line. Godino walks it in, cycles. Shot. Westwood with a chip shot. Couldn't get the angle. And the Ice Storm bring it back the other way. Stretch pass, chipped in, still in live play. Tritton, lone man. Sorry, back there with Rubino. Poked out by Lakoska. Bouncing puck. Tritton on the forecheck. He's going to get there before. Battling along the blue line. Ice Storm come away with it. 2-on-2 the other way. Larison sends it out wide. It's going to get scooped up by Baldy outside the crease. Chips off the boards. Kept in play by Jennings. Ice Storm able to beat the poke check there. Tritton feeds it back down low. Shot. Tritton just to the right of the net. Comes out to Baldy. Runs out of room. Feeds it back down low as they cycle through. Jennings high in the slot. Shot. Glove save. .849 remaining. Fitzy in for the face-off. Puck bounces out. Baldy, no icing on this one. Baldy cycles it back the other way. Out of reach, Kerr has to come in to support. Posner chips it up to Kerr. Couldn't field it cleanly. Pass out. Face-off dot. Shot wide of the net. Gorman giving some opportunities here as Creel battles. Drop back. Gorman capitalizes. Creel to Fitzy. Couldn't field that one cleanly. Gonna come out to Luong. Drop back to Fitzy. Shot off the crossbar. Puck sent wide. Along the near boards. Fitzy's got space. Sends it out to Luong. Shot loose at the feet. Davis comes in. Ice Storm sent it wide. Puck out to Davis. Hits Johnson in stride. Shot. Couldn't connect for the shot. And it's back check the other way. Klaus sends it. Davis picks up the pass. No one was there for the Ice Storm. And that pass just behind as Klaus comes in with a poke check, battling his way into the corner. Trent working down low. And that is going to be a Hail Mary icing after a long shift on the left side of the ice. Gorman wins it back. Fish to Rubino. Didn't have enough oomph on it to make it a clean pass. Gorman able to recover. Sends out. Fish makes his own. Sent around the boards. Ice Storm going to get there. Back behind the net. Chipped out. Godino and Westwood on the press the other way. Godino battling through. Gets pressed off the puck. Ice Storm going to turn it around. Fish comes in to support, but the Ice Storm bringing through the neutral zone. 2-on-2 the other way. Back checking Fish. Westwood through the middle. And that'll be a penalty. Be a high stick. Call number 87. Jennings, Kerr, Fitzy, Baldy, and Klaus. Puck comes out to Fitzy. Baldy, shot, loose, goal. Kerr, looks like he has the second one for the game. Tips it up front on the shot from Baldy, making it a 4-0 game. No one to mind the box on the Ice Storm side. Gorman wins the face-off. Fitzy drops it back to Posner. Sends it up the glass. Ice Storm going to regroup in the neutral zone. Creel on the press. Chipped in by Fitzy. And Gorman will chip it off the boards. Hits Creel in stride. Makes the line. Drops it back to Kerr. Kerr with 2 in the game. Baldy couldn't feel that one, and it gets poke checked out. Gorman trying to maintain control here at the last few minutes of the game. Kerr brings it in the zone. Winds up. Shot. Save and covered. Jennings, Mesa, Trent, and Long on the ice here with, we'll call it 4:38 remaining in the third period. Shots on goal 23-18 in favor of Gorman. Gorman wins it. Splits the D. And they send it back the other way. Boys will tag up as Ice Storm groups back behind their goal line. Tritton flushes them out along the near wall. Shot through the crease. Passed through the crease, sorry. Shot up and left. Comes back out to the blue line. Baldy with a hit and a poke check. Luong battling along the near boards out to Tritton. Puck leaves the zone, and they're going to wire back in. Bouncing puck. No icing. No one really eager to get there as Jennings sends it out to Tritton. Kept in play. Chipped, sent wide by Lakoska. Follow-up shot. Save. And an extra little tap. As Gorman introducing themselves and saying how you do after the love tap. 3:33 remaining in the third. Davis, Klaus, Johnson, Puck comes out in favor of the Ice Storm. Cycle through, that gets picked up by Rubino through the neutral zone. Davis with a poke check, comes away with it. And regroup. Larison sends it in off a stick. Didn't get a whole lot on it, but Klaus is flushing him out the other side. He's got Davis posted out front. No icing on this one, waved off. Bouncing puck to Lakoska, and he will cover. Fish, Godino, Westwood. Posner and Baldy loose at the feet outside the faceoff dot. Westwood comes down to support. Clearing attempt denied by the Ice Storm. Along the near boards, Westwood feeds it out to Godino. Misconnection. Fish on the forecheck. Keeps it in play. And Gorman will have to regroup in the neutral zone. Fish walks it in, shot up and over. Sent out into the far corner. Godino back at the blue line, back to Godino. Walks it high in the slot, feeds it down low. Off player. Out to Posner. Out to Godino, right in the slot. Sends it to the backside, shot. Fish off the shoulder, still in play. Great sequence by Gorman. Godino sends it across to Baldy. Shot off a body. Feeds it through. Crashing. Westwood. Makes it a 5-0 game on the backside of the net. And they're going to go ahead and just run the clock now. (5-0). Kerr wins it out to Creel. Creel lobs it down in the zone. Fitzgerald going to get there for Gorman. Clearwater with a win earlier today, 7-0 against the Utah Dogs. Gorman with a 2-0 win over the Texas Heat. And all indications are Gorman will have a 5-0 win over Clearwater. And that'll wrap it up. All right. As a reminder, this will wrap it up for this evening. Games will resume again tomorrow morning, I believe, 9. Doing a quick check. All right, that'll wrap it up. For the game, Gales come away with a 5-0 win.